Yo, what's happening, guys? How you doing? And good evening, Mr. Adventure here, or Mr. MA, or Mighty Son. But welcome back into another reaction video at your service. What's happening, guys? How are you doing? Me, I may be half asleep, but let's just say it's just been a one long day, just ripping and running and so many appointments, but I am getting the best help. And where my manners that today is August 1st, so that is considered as a happy August, and the fact that it was a beautiful day, so there's that. Well, at least it was until I fell asleep, but I just needed some rest, and it's just been just crazy. But I am doing okay, so hopefully that things will get better. But in the meantime, so of course that NXT has already started. Now, here is the thing that I never knew about that. Well, technically I kind of heard about this, which I'm talking about the movie known as Superman Lives, and which that's the movie that never came. And what's surprising about that is that there's tons of clips that shows that's been, you know, that the movie did exist, and yet that it never came. That was back in the early 90s, in which that started with Nick Cage as the Man of Steel, and that there was a cameo that did appear in during the movie of The Flash, and that's been a big buzz about this. And of course, that there was a documentary that goes with the behind the scenes of Superman Lives. And there are tons of the designing of making of the suit, and the concept of the art, which that Tim Burton was involved with it. So what I'm about to do, and this is a request from Storm Shadow, so which that there is a short clip where the Tim was a guest of Howard Stern, and where he explained of why that his Superman movie never got made. So let's just take a look at this, and let's just give a little in-depth of diving of exactly how and why. So this was back in 1999. So let's take a look and let's begin, shall we? And if you are new to this channel, and if you like what you see so far, just give it a little flick to the bell. And not only that, you will be subscribed, and don't forget to leave a like, but also you will receive a notification from yours truly, your friendly neighborhood reactor man, the soul of a Japanese brother man, the king of metal / shade metal reactor is what I do. It may not be as 100% perfect, but it is the best effort I could do for every single one of you out there, because this is what I love to do. Let's begin, let's get started, but mostly time to react.
Would you tell me what happened with Superman?
November
Because
12th,
I cannot tell you that I was
1999.
anticipating. There are two
it was
films.
exciting to hear that Tim Burton was
I'm a
involved
huge
with Superman.
comic book fan and stuff, and I've had Jim Cameron on, and he was going to do Spider-Man, which I was excited about.
Now, I
And you
do
were gonna do
remember
Superman, which I was
of
excited
that
about,
part.
with Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Yes.
I said, this is going to be great.
Yeah, I was
Man.
excited about it too.
Yeah, and what went wrong?
Well, you know, these studios become like these big corporations, and you're having to like design characters for Happy Meals before you design them for the film, you know. And it's
But you have such credibility.
What?
They're always, you know,
They know that the good Batman was the first Batman where you...
No, they didn't.
They don't know that.
Nobody still
The
knows
second
that.
one they thought was like, I upset McDonald's because they thought it was too dark.
That's why it was good.
They thought that the black stuff coming out of the penguin's mouth was too close to the ingredients of their food or
Wait a minute.
something.
Right, it was too vile.
Yeah.
But
I
the
mean,
penguin is vile.
Well, I know, and the whole, you know, it's like you want to treat this stuff seriously, not like an ice capade show or something, you know. And
Right.
that's what.
Yeah,
The problem
where the
with
villains are sweet too.
the reason we like Batman, and this is what I always said. was that it was treated seriously, like a real story.
Like Batman was a real guy.
He was a real guy. He had real problems. He had dilemmas. He even had a problem with that he was Batman.
Right.
Exactly.
And that was what was great about the comic book. And you tapped into that.
Well, and that's why I didn't want to put Robin into it too, because once you put that into it, the whole other.
Yeah, it's a whole. Yeah, like what's he
Is
doing
that
hanging around with his
the
underage boys?
reason why we
I
didn't
can't
get
figure this out.
Robin
Out the little
in the
red
sequel?
underpants to
I mean, the
together.
Batman
It
Returns.
wasn't right. It's hard enough to pull off just Batman.
No, exactly.
Yeah. So, and the point is that I said, gee, what a brilliant move that they got the darkness of Batman. But they ruined the franchise, didn't they?
Well, yeah, I mean, luckily the first movie, I never heard the word franchise. That sort of developed over the last couple of years, and it just gets more and more away from making a film. And, you're just, like I said, you're sitting in a room, before you've got characters designed for the film, it's like they need it for the T-shirt, they need it for the cup, they need it for all that. And it's just like...
And that doesn't work. It's got to be a
You
great
gotta
film, and then all
be
of that will come.
Exactly.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. So what I heard was Superman. They tried to get a whole bunch of people to do it or whatever. It wasn't working out. And like Kevin Smith, who was just here, had written a script.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they got you.
Yeah.
And now I said, once they got you, that's an automatic green light.
And then we heard Nicolas Cage, which was very exciting.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I thought, like, for the first time, you could, like, with Nick, you could say, like, guy who is Clark Kent, and you could see the change. You could see him like becoming something else.
Right. You had a real good actor in there.
You also have some depth to your Superman character.
That was the one character that was never really portrayed with any depth.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like,
and why does Superman have to be the perfect-looking guy anyway? He was a dude from another planet.
I know. It's like when we first were looking at Batman, they were trying to like unload like guys that looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're like these like strong guys with pointy ears.
Right.
Like
Well, I thought it was amazing when you cast Michael Keaton, because I was like, Michael Keaton.
Well, nobody thought that would work.
Right.
I mean,
I mean,
but it totally
True,
worked.
no one didn't think Michael Keaton could play Batman, but he nailed it though.
He looked demented.
Exactly.
And Nicolas Cage looks like he's from another planet, if you ask me. So I thought he was perfect. Exactly. So you had him lined up. He was committed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you had a script or no?
Well, at studios you don't have scripts, unfortunately.
Really? That's how it works.
Unfortunately.
You don't even need a script.
No, I never. I have trouble reading. Don't you have trouble reading scripts?
I hate reading those scripts.
I have trouble even reading my own script.
So you mean to tell me you would have made Superman without a script?
Well, that's what we were doing.
Really?
Yeah, they were making it.
No kidding.
No, we were like
What?
doing tests. We were doing all this stuff, but it just was crazy. I mean, the producers, they didn't. I had one meeting where we were looking at the suit, and the studio and the producer were going, we don't want the suit. We're afraid of the red underwear. They wanted to have him in like Michael Jordan shorts.
Right.
And, like,
Oh no.
they said too, like, and the costume designer and I were looking at each other like we almost died. They go, we see him wearing corduroy as Superman, like
Corduroy?
I don't even understand.
So those are elements from another planet. They don't have corduroy on Krypton.
Then they said maybe give him boots, but like on the side of a van, like with flames on it.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
So
make him
I
into
was
Fart Man.
imagining
Right.
That was more closer to the Superman.
Yes, it was.
costume. Absolutely.
You have got to be freaking kidding me. So, I'm starting to see why to think that the movie never got made. So basically, there was a lot of discussion about the concept of the Superman suit. And there was like so many suggestions, lots of ideas, and I'm just going to throw a wrench to say that I bet none of these guys have not seen of the previous Superman movies, nor that they ever did their research on the comics. I mean, of course, I know that back in the early '90s, that no one could ever took go into the comic book store and be just looking at the pages and just looking at the suits and be like, maybe we could design those in the real life movies. So okay, so I guess it's that. So basically, these companies and McDonald's that they just didn't like how the Batman movie that was it was just too vile, too dark for the kids when it comes to Happy Meals. I take it that that was the issue with the Batman movies, but Superman. So there was no script or have a story that actually, that's going to be involvement of what that could be considered that makes more sensible for the film. I mean, I take it, yeah. So I guess that Tim doesn't know how to read or know the fact that he doesn't have a script. So I mean, I guess it makes a lot of sense of what they went all that effort to, the designing of the costumes and concept arts of Brainiac, the giant spider, robot spider. That's what I've been hearing about that. But I guess I guess why that movie went to scrap, because it was just basically, it was not completed. It was unfinished. And that's a real shame, because what would happen if Nick actually did get to see that movie? Because I think it would be considered good, but I'm pretty sure that there would be the opposite, and there would be a lot of negativities that's going to be spewing, and that the fans would hate that. So I could see that it's that reason that it never got made. So that is really unfortunate. And speaking of which, let's just say that I'm gonna show you as a bonus, in which that Nicolas Cage reacted to of the cameo that was from the movie Flash, in which that he actually well, let's just say that the Superman Lives actually did came, which it never did show up, but despite the fact that it was all CG. So let's take a look and let's see how Nick respond to that.
It seems like I got a message from Henry Cavill. The title of the email says "The Flash Secret Cameo Spoiler."
Oh boy.
Let's continue. Henry says, attached is a big Flash cameo. Don't show anyone. I think let's just watch. Everything will be okay. I'll blur the image. Okay, here's the attachment. Let's go. Oh, nice. Superman. I love him. Hey, look at that. That's a big spider. Now, who is this Superman with the long hair? Wait a second. That's Mr. Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I can't believe I am finally the son of Jor-El. Wow. My life is now complete. Unfortunately, I hear that this Flash movie really sucks.
And just like that, yeah, the movie did suck. I just wanted to, okay, truth be told, I did get to see it for the first time in theaters, and yeah, I to be fair, I preferred that if the Reverse Flash would be at some point make an appearance in the film, it would have been closely to being as Flashpoint. But yeah, it was just a disappointment. I mean, it is. They did throw nice cameo appearances from like Adam West Batman, Christopher Reeve Superman, and the 1950s show. I mean, it was decent that they throw that out, the expansion of the multiverse, but not close enough. But at least that Nick get to see of his version as Superman, and that actually a world that movie that it actually did exist. And this would be considered that if the movie did not, that went to scrap and that being buried, because I think that it would be considered that it was somewhat good. But as Nick would say, that his life is complete. So at least that he got a chance to see this, and yeah. But that's the sad thing about this. There was supposed to be a Batman Beyond movie that was going to be considered as a project, but that became as a letdown, and it's the reason that the other movies from the past that we never get to see, like the Batman Unchained, that got canceled. So Batman Beyond canceled also. So that really sucks. But at least he got some closure. So at least that's been put behind. But I think that's going to be it for right now. So hopefully that you guys enjoyed these clips, and that let's give it up for Storm Shadow for this suggestion. And well, at least we got some answers exactly why that the Superman Lives never got to made, and really that is still very unfortunate that it never did get to see the light. And that's just sad, and there's such a potential that lay to waste like that. But that's what happens, and in the things like that, it's 90s can be a little crazy, but that's the way how life goes. But hit the like button and also leave a comment down below, and I will catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and peace.